On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
To do that. We're not asking you to do that. I didn't. All I'm saying is we did.
How y'all gonna tell me what my experience is and that I'm capping?
I didn't tell you
because of my experience with somebody is not negative.
I
That's
never
crazy
said
ass shit.
I never said what your experience was. I said to clarify, you went around the table and said what your experience was with everybody except Kayla. But now you have, and I let it go. We get why you're vouching for her now. That's all I was
right, but I'm confused, Quest. What negative experience did anyone have with me in person anywhere?
I had a negative experience. I'm trying to understand.
What are you fighting Anton about? When did we ever have any issues? Ever?
I had a negative experience
at Bermuda Bar. You was way too turned.
Well, Mr. Lego said he had what?
What does that mean? Because you lost the dance off? I was too turned.
You didn't even have it, man. We gonna do it in DC.
I was dancing. I don't know where you were at, so that means I won, nigga. What?
Hey, Anton,
can I ask y'all a question real quick?
Hold on, Miss Lego. Anton, do you go out with us when we go to these live trips?
You talking about afterwards, after the shows and stuff?
After the show is over with, do you go out with us?
No, I don't.
You're not qualified to have this conversation, brother. You right now, you're capping like shit.
I'm not qualified as though I didn't kick it with y'all in real life.
No, you don't go. You know what? Just leave it at that.
No, he's saying, Anton, you basing it off like what, a 5-minute interaction, right?
It was multiple hours that we were together.
Dude, no, it's not. You don't have.
I'll give you an example.
What are you implying about?
Wait. I'll give you an example. The first Lapeef experience, the first thing that we did is that we had a dinner together. Did we not?
Yeah, we had a group dinner.
So what are you talking about?
No, what are you?
Wait. I'll give you another example. I actually flew to K City and kicked it with her in person, and spent multiple hours with her. So that don't count.
I mean,
me flying over to Nashville and kicking it with Courtney in person in her crib, that don't count. Me spending additional time with you every single city that I fly to, Q, that don't count.
Different. We have hours into it, right? It's different.
So what are we talking about?
We talk outside of this. I talk to Rita consistently. Like, we're not talking about. You can't compare our interaction within what a 30-minute interaction with another chick. That's not the same. You have history recording. You talk to probably Courtney outside of this. It's not.
And K.
Okay,
I don't
K.
really understand.
I wasn't talking about K. I never met K.
He just said K. He named K specifically.
But as I say, I'm not talking about K because I've never even met K to even say what she is or what you're saying is true.
Like I said, my experiences with people in real life.
No,
my experiences with people in real life, and it ain't even over no threat of violence because I don't believe truly that anybody is even thinking about anything related to violence when they linking up with each other. We just all trying to get together and have a good time. Nobody's thinking about no violence.
Someone last week said they would try not to kick my ass.
You said what?
I said someone last week was saying they was trying not to kick
that was
my
me,
ass.
That was Andrea. Andrea did say that on the show.
Yeah.
And Logic, I'll give you another thing about Logic.
You know that was
I did go out with Logic. Not even on no Lapeef experience type of stuff, but in DC, separately from the whole Lapeef experience, me and Logic and all of us was hanging out till 4 a.m. until I had to catch my flight back to the airport.
No, but I'm talking in regards to the people you're vouching for right now. But you know what? I'm not going to go into this, Anton, because look.
But I mean, my experience with them may be different from your experience with them.
You're capping like shit. Look at this. Anton, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to understand, Anton. What real argument does he have against what you're saying?
I don't really understand how I'm capping if I actually met them in real life and my experience is different from your experience. I'm not discounting your experience. I'm saying that your experience is different from mine and we may have different results. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, listen, I'm not the type of person that's going, I don't have problems and I don't experience craziness and ratchetness with women in real life. I just don't. Ever.
So I want to ask all y'all a question real quick.
You got it. I'm not going to stretch this out. Go ahead.
So I think what he's saying is, let me just go ahead and bring it full circle. I think what Logic is saying is you literally went around the whole panel, but you're vouching specifically for, I think, don't go nowhere, Anton. You're specifically vouching, I think, for Kay and Kayla. I think is what it was as far as like how they are in real life in person. But you went around the whole panel and said who it was that you've hung with. Obviously not Siobhan, we ain't talking about that. But like you went around the whole panel and said who you've hung with and they've been different except Kayla. So, but you vouched for her. So the question becomes, what logic is getting at? How can you vouch for her if you've never hung out with her?
I said I spoke with Kayla. Me and Rita had a specific conversation, and we had deep, intimate conversations with Kayla, and got to know her in real life. Just because we didn't advertise it, just because we didn't meet her at the club or something like that, don't mean that we didn't kick it with her. I've spent enough time with her, and when I've met her in real life and kicked it with her and had conversations with her, she was dope. When I talked to her and I asked her to do something behind the scenes, she didn't buck against me. She didn't say nothing. She said, "You know what, Anton, you're right. I got you." She moved, and she was a team fucking player. And just because we didn't announce it to everybody don't mean that. And she did some real ass shit. And I'm not going to put her business out there. I'm not going to say nothing because some conversations is not worth having online. But she did some real shit that actually did some real shit for all of us that a lot of people was not even familiar with. And just because I don't advertise it don't mean that it's not real. And she did some stuff against what she wanted to do, against what was best for her, just so she can do some shit for everybody else, but then everybody else will come and kill her, which was one of the reasons why when we was having this conversation in person, I said, yo, and I said it in real life to everybody. I said, yo, Kayla catch the bad end of the stick because y'all don't really understand what she's doing behind the scenes to make sure that she's advocating and being a team player for everybody. But just because of y'all don't like the arguments that she make on the panel, you need to separate that from who she is as a person. And if you can see the value in what she's doing behind the scenes, then you'll be able to appreciate her more and you'll be able to have a better result as a result of dealing with her in real life. But people don't do that.
So when I have a question.
We go back to the conversation of value then, right? Okay. Because people have to find that valuable.
Production.
I just wanted to say how we went full circle, but go ahead.
All I'm saying is when I have an experience with somebody, I'm not going to fall into an echo chamber and just support the narrative just because everybody else is saying. When I see somebody and they move a certain type of way and they dope, I'm going to acknowledge it. And I'm not going to pivot just to make everybody else feel good. I'm going to tell the truth. She was dope. She did some real ass shit. I appreciate her for it. And I'm not going to, if she do something different and it make me mad at her, then I'll address that at that time. But as a result of now and all of the experiences that I've been having with her since then, and even before that, it's been dope. And I'm not going to switch up just to make everybody else happy. That's some fake ass shit. I'm not doing that.
Niggas is not asking you to do that. We're not asking
y'all
you to
are.
Do that. I didn't. All I'm saying is we did.
How y'all gonna tell me what my experience is and that I'm capping?
I didn't tell you
because of my experience with somebody is not negative.
I
That's crazy ass shit.
I never said what your experience was. I said to clarify, you went around the table and said what your experience was with everybody except Kayla. But now you have, and I let it go. We get why you're vouching for her now. That's all I was.
Right, but I'm confused, Quest. What negative experience did anyone have with me in person anywhere?
I had a negative experience.
What are you fighting Anton about? When did we ever have any issues? Ever?
I had a negative experience at Bermuda bar. You was way too turned. Way too turned.
Well, Mr. Lego said he had what?
What does that mean? Because you lost the dance off? I was too turned?
You didn't even have it, man. We gonna do it in DC.
I was dancing. I don't know where you were at, so that means I won, nigga. What?